Hello and welcome to Career Connections. My name is Bryan Hoersten and I'm here today to talk with a DJ, Kenny Gilder, who owns his own company, and we're going to be discussing some ways that those of you that might be interested in becoming an entertainer can get involved with this business. One of my first questions for you, Kenny, is how did you get started with the business?
Well, it all started back during the disco boom. I was actually a competition disco dancer, and I used to go to nightclubs and really hated the music that the DJs were playing. So I would I would constantly bring a stack of records with me that the guys never had. For whatever reason, they didn't bother spending the money to keep up on the newest hot releases. And just one of those flukes, I went to the same club week after week after week, and one night the manager asked me if I wanted to fill in. The DJ was going to take off. He said, "You're always bringing him his music anyhow, so why don't you fill in for him?" And I had never been behind turntables, microphone, and never done any of that stuff. And I thought, oh, what the heck, it might be fun. Get paid $35, and free drinks stuff. That was icing on the cake that made me say yes.
Another question I have for you, Kenny, is how long have you been involved in the DJ industry?
Well, I started my first DJ company back in 1976, so 32 years now.
32 years, that's pretty amazing, Kenny. I'd also like to know, how has technology impacted your career in a positive way?
Well, from my standpoint, that's so obvious, it's unbelievable, just the digital age alone. When I started, we used to have to carry crates and crates and crates and crates of old 78s, and then we brought a Victrola with us. I mean, the number of crates of records we used to have to bring, not only to the nightclub work, but to the mobile disc jockey events, was mind-boggling. I mean, hundreds of pounds of records. And now, our industry, you can bring an iPod. And you have far more music than you could ever need. That's not what I do, but it's certainly a feasible way to do it.
Describe for me the negative impact that technology might have had on your career and on the DJ industry as a whole.
Well, I've seen a good amount of it. It's made a lot of guys lazy. It's also made any Tom, Dick, and Harry who can buy an iPod or a CD player or a computer think they can be a DJ. And we see it in our industry all the time. It's become, unfortunately, far more, I don't want to say normal because that's not really the right word, but it's more apparent in the industry. When we go to a party center, for example, where there's 5 or 6 rooms in one building, I always walk around to see who's working, if there's any friends that I know that are there. And every now and then I'll pop my head into a room and I'll see and I mean this seriously, a schlep sitting behind a table, pushing buttons on a computer, and he's the DJ. And when it comes to somebody's wedding, which is what we do most of, somebody just sitting back, not dressed appropriately, but has the ability to play the music because he has a computer and a hard drive and the music downloaded. All you got to do is press the buttons, and some people will think he can do the job.
If you were going to encourage somebody to get started in the DJ industry, what would you say are the 2 skills that have been most important to you in becoming a successful DJ?
Well, I think you have to really kind of start with communication, the ability to not only talk to your clients as to what they want for their event, but microphone skills. I mean, everything we do really evolves around being able to talk to people, being able to get either 10 people or 1,000 people to do what we need them to do when we need them to do it. They have to be able to follow directions, and we're the ones who've got to take them through that process. So developing microphone skills is extremely important. Learning how to be comfortable talking on the microphone, being able to go for a while without sticking your foot in your mouth, making mistakes, learning how to say people's names correctly. Every now and then you'll get a name with 5 syllables, and that's a challenge when you're on a microphone because you've got to get it right. You can't make a mistake, especially at something as important as someone's wedding. Second thing really is to learn the basics. When I started DJing back in the 70s, we had records, and working in a lot of nightclubs, we did a lot of beat mixing. And the fact that I was a musician for so long helped me understand how the music worked. It helped me really go to the forefront of our industry because there were very few DJs in the marketplace that could beat mix, literally from song to song where the beat never stops. And that consisted of slowing one song down, speeding one song up. That's the easy part. The more difficult part is getting the measures and the phrasing lined up so that the transition is smooth and nobody knows you're doing it. So learning how to work with turntables helps give you the basics of how to present the music. And then you can transfer that into CD players, because CD players now all have that same capability as well. So I think those really are, so microphone skills and the technology of manipulating the songs really help the presentation.
Kenny, thank you very much for taking the time to let me interview you regarding your career, and I'm certain that my students will get a lot of benefit from hearing about getting involved in the entertainment industry as a DJ, and I certainly appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Enjoyed it very much.